So only one person in a group would need to be a member of Supper Club.
Okay.
So basically the way it works is you go to supperclub.com, again, 2 B's, and there's different ways to sign up. There's a free month, so you can easily just sign up. We have an Android and an iPhone app. So once you sign up on the website, you basically download the iPhone or Android app, sign in, and then you can see what's going on that month and how to use it.
I don't even know why you created the Android app. I mean, come on. Are we even trying to appeal to those fucking green texters? Get out of here.
It just takes one, squeaky cog. We got some hate for not having an Android app last month. So
okay, there you go. Smart man then. Yeah, appeal to everybody. Cast a wider net. You mentioned pop-ups and things of that nature.
Yeah.
That's kind of, so when I came across what y'all are doing and I was like, man, this is a really hip thing. It reminded me of this thing called Dinner Lab that I joined years ago where they did pop-up dinners like once a month. And like you bought tickets to it. So it wasn't an exclusive thing like yours is where you pay monthly, but you get a little bit more bang for your buck with your program as opposed to this. Let's talk a little pop-ups. I know, you've been saying it on Instagram. Y'all got something going on soon.
Yeah.
It's not too late for folks to sign up and still have access to the event on the 13th. Is that correct?
Yeah,
November
absolutely.
13th?
It's I believe it's the 15th and 16th.
Sorry.
So it's 2 nights, and it's with an awesome chef. His name is Jared. He's part of Thistle and Mint, and they're doing an awesome tasting menu, but it's shrouded in secrecy, basically. So there's 10 people each night, so it's pretty exclusive. You can buy tickets through the app, and you're going to meet at a location that will be given to you around kind of the Wash Park area.
That's fucking awesome.
And then you're going to go somewhere and have a probably 5-6 course meal, all local ingredients, all super seasonal that you're not going to forget.
So for our listeners, a reminder, we love supporting local businesses. Not only are you that, but he's outsourcing it to local chefs with local ingredients. And you get to brag to your friends that aren't members yet about how dank, you got invites to these things that you're not privy to. So, that's part of half the fun, so to speak. I enjoy it. That's my favorite part, is rubbing my friends' noses.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, why would people post pictures that are fucking lunch on Instagram if not to brag about what you're doing,
Absolutely. I mean, I think there's a lot of that, but one of the reasons why it's named Supper Club is we're hoping that our members can find a couple of things by being members of Supper Club for that $7. The first thing is, a lot of times you might run into someone and they say, hey, what was the best meal that you've had in the last month? I believe Supper Club members are going to have a really easy answer to that. I think the other part of Supper Club is we probably all have these people in our lives that we say, hey, we should grab dinner sometime. We never do. My little brother still lives in Colorado, and I really only see him when we play hockey. We're on the same hockey team.
Roller or ice? Sorry,
ice.
I'm from Mississippi. I just had to ask.
No, it's good. I grew up playing roller hockey, but we play ice hockey now. Nice. Old man ice hockey. But since I've started Supper Club, actually, my little brother and I have seen each other once a month over dinner, because it is really easy to say, hey, do you want to go grab dinner? What do you want to do? And then you just pull up the app and you're sure to find something that's awesome. And it does a little bit mirror an Instagram feed in terms of being able to scroll through it, so you can just find something that you both want to do.
Well, let's, and I know Lemon was about to ask a question, so I do apologize for jumping in front of him, but let's talk a little bit about this app. We like to believe that those that have the app are kind of on the forefront of not only, ease of use and things of that nature. What, if we download it, go to the iTunes, just type in Denver Supper Club with 2 B's at the end of club, or how does that go? Do you need to sign up first? Is it moot otherwise?
Yeah, so you can download the app, and you don't have to put Denver in front of it. It's just Supper Club with 2 B's, both on the Google Play Store and in the App Store. But you're not going to be able to log in unless you go to the website and sign up first. So that's kind of the access piece.
Okay, gotcha. And you mentioned it's kind of like Instagram. So I'm going to be a member as soon as this episode ends. I'm not going to pull my phone up because that'd be impolite. But you did mention, a couple things as to where's the favorite spot you went to recently? And folks mention, restaurants that they most likely hit with the Supper Club, we like to ask our guests, especially those that know the Denver area, and I feel that you probably know it very well.
Yeah.
We're going to kind of, we'll come back to the Supper Club, but let's get to know the man behind the app. Let's get to know the man behind the company. So we like to ask folks, just a little stoned appetit for you. Where's maybe the best place you've been to recently? Date night, dinner, I don't know if you're chasing tail, whatever it may be. Where's the place to go that you've maybe hit that you would like to let our listeners know that they should go try out soon?
Oh, man, probably I'll give two answers, 'cause whichever. The first one that a lot of people might not have been to that they don't know serves phenomenal food is Nocturne.
Dude, I've been vouching for that so hard. The Jazz Club, that is date spot city. If you want to get laid, that's where you take a date.
The Jazz Club is unbelievable, and I knew of it as a jazz club. I didn't know it as much as a restaurant, and they have unbelievable food there. The other
drinks to boot. Matching drinks that kind of pair with
cocktails are unbelievable. They
great.
have actually they released some new cocktails, and one of them had scotch and some other stuff in it. Probably best cocktail I've had in a long time. Aside from that, I was really looking forward to last weekend going to Show 77. I don't know if you've been there, but it's closed down and it's reopening somewhere. So that's kind of my second part answer. They're moving. They're moving somewhere off of South Broadway to a new location, but before that place took maybe a temporary hiatus, that place is my go-to.
Which place was this, sir?
Show 77.
Show 77.
It's
I was on South Broadway before.
Yeah, it's good.
Really good. It's kind of got that
Broadway's
Asian
been
street
popping
food
off,
feel.
too.
Yeah.
That area around South Broadway's been popping off recently. Whether it's just like bar scenes, like speaking of dank ass bars, $7,000. Here we are. I don't mind plugging them. Y'all need to get down here, right here in the Dairy Block. Bring your own food. Come get Weller is their well, and they have happy hour from 3 to 8. But speaking of like dank ass places on South Broadway, I've become a big fan of Canopy. Have you tried that place out? It's talent rich.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot to like about Canopy.
Holy fucking shit. Look at Messi coming in here. So we did have a guest appearance from our vagabond, podcaster. This is Jacob Gurley / Lionel Messi. But, so we get back into the situation, the actual conversation. I kind of got a little sidetracked. You look fantastic. Well done, Gurley. Okay, so we like to do things like stupid kind of one-offs. I like to do a little marry, fuck, kill.
Okay.
So you know the rules. You got to marry one, you got to fuck one, you got to kill the other. And since you like to do food, we're going to go marry, fuck, kill, breakfast, lunch, dinner. This is a little spin-off for Stoned Appetit. So which one would you marry? Obviously, is dinner your jam? Dinner would be the one you marry.
Well, typically I would have to say dinner, but when I'm really hungover, Sam's number 3 has this burrito that has chorizo and mac and cheese in there. Well, I guess maybe that's the fuck.
Yeah, you'd fuck that thing up 10 times out of 10?
Yeah, probably.
Right. All right, so we got the F out of the way.
Probably, yeah. I guess lunch, but I like lunch too because my favorite.
Well, lunch you can marry.
Yeah, but I think we got to marry dinner. I think we got to marry dinner.
Okay.
And I think we'd fuck the mac and cheese chorizo burrito. And if we had to kill one, we'd probably kill lunch.
All right. And I'm not going to lie. I'd probably fuck that mac and cheese burrito. And, eat it. I meant eat it. I definitely meant eat it. I definitely didn't mean that weird. So we do a couple, that was just one of our little Stoned Appetit one-offs. We also like to ask folks, let's say you go out, long night, probably in the night around 2 or 3. You stumble into the house. What's your late night guilty pleasure snack, or what's the go-to meal that you'd maybe create out of the fridge?
Oh man, there's a couple of different directions we could take this. One of the most anxious parts of my entire morning is waking up and seeing how many Taco Bell wrappers are on my kitchen table.
But I love it.
But if that doesn't happen, I think corn dog. I always have to keep some frozen corn dogs in the fridge.
Yeah, I'll take another Weller. Just Weller. It's just whiskey. Okay, so I'm not going to lie to you. I almost had the inkling to go to Taco Bell. It was more of like a hangover snack than it was like the stoned or drunk late night thing. It's one of those things where you're like, oh, it's like a guilty pleasure. Like you eat it and the next day you wake up and you're like, is that 7 soft taco wrappers over there? You're like, shit.
Yeah, it's brutal.
I love it. Lippman, let's ask you. I guess we haven't asked you lately. What's your late night guilty pleasure snack of the week?
Shit, my late night guilty pleasure snack of the week. I mean, I've been on a big pizza kick lately.
Okay.
It's kind of basic, #basic, but we've been hitting up the Slice Works.
Okay.
Downtown.
All right.
I think it's the best pizza going on in town right now, along with Famous Original J's.
Also a good one.
Put out by Rosenberg's in the window at 715 Clubb. You should check that out on 26 in Welton.
Yeah, that's right there at the Serve. So, I mean, y'all are both longtime Coloradians. I guess we'll start with what's your pizza place of choice? Everyone loves a good pizza place. We almost need to start asking everybody that question because there's Blue Pans and there's Hops and Pies and the new place DC Pie Co. What's your pizza place go to?
Now there's so many different pizza options. It's almost like what kind of pizza mood are you in for? I mean, Blue Pan, if I want just some really dialed in, we're going to pizza at a reasonable hour, and it's for dinner, probably Blue Pan. Or Hops and Pie is always good. But
Hops and Pie is incredible.
The wait at Hops and Pie is...
The wait is not
damn
incredible.
near almost not worth
impossible.
the pizza.
Yeah, I can't do it.
But they do delivery now. Obviously, shout out to our friends at Doormates, Postmates, whatever.
That's
DoorDash,
true.
I don't know. But
that's true.
That's the only way. You're right.
To flip the switch,
it's 58 minutes minimum just to get in there. They need a second location.
To flip the script, though, have you guys been to Euros?
No,
on
where's
Colfax. It's on Colfax and Clarkson.
Downing, right there.
Colfax and Clarkson. It's right across from the Fillmore.
Euro pizza, but what do we got going on there?
That could be great. It's just an awesome gyro.
Okay.
I haven't found anywhere that can beat it. Gyro, falafel, all that. That's been another go-to spot for me.
I definitely thought he was
on
going
Colfax.
pizza because we had gone a little bit away from the guilty pleasure late night snacks.
I was flipping the script a little bit.
I like it. Keep us on our toes, Lil.
Yeah.
Keep us on our toes. All right, so before we dive back into the Denver Supper Club, we always have a couple other questions.
Sure.
One of them is, you're a Coloradian, you know the game well. Do you ski or snowboard?
I skied growing up, and now I snowboard.
Okay.
So.
What we like to ask is, if we have, especially someone in the industry, what an ideal Colorado weekend would be if you didn't have any work, responsibilities, and money wasn't an object. What's the Denver weekend look like for you?
Oh, man. We're approaching prime time because I also like to golf. So Colorado is one of those few places that you can get in.
The New Zealand effect is what
you
I like to
can
call
get
that.
in 9 holes of golf and some runs in the same day, which is pretty unbelievable. There's a lot of that. I would say if it's like a full mapped out day, to be kind of like the #basic thing, it's probably like a Rosenberg's bagel up
Love it.
Up on the way to the mountains. You'd have to be almost during the weekday right now, just because the weekend is getting so crowded at every resort right now. But if it's that half day skiing, coming back and maybe hit 9 holes somewhere.
All right, so I have 2 questions for you to spin off of that. First off, I love that you also play the New Zealand effect. I think that's one of the that's what I call it. My brother, who's in Boston, used to do that as well. Like, you can ski, and then if you make it down, you can catch 9 before the time changes. You can catch 9 in the same day. For favorite mountain to ski and favorite golf course in Denver. Public. Let's not be those pricks that shout out Cherry Hill.
Yeah, no shit. Ski resort's relatively easy. Love Crested Butte.
Staying off the 70 corridor is always smart as well.
Yeah, that resort is just unbelievable. Favorite place to golf? It's probably
that you like. That you
like a
50,
I don't know.
70, 80, I don't know.
Yeah, probably Green Valley Ranch is probably where I go most often. It's pretty reasonably priced. They do the Colorado Open there, so it's always in pretty good shape. So
I like GVR. The only thing I don't like about it is that they can kind of monitor your movements because of the GPS in the golf carts, so you can't do hood rat shit with your friends.
What's weak is they have the GPS in there that does that, but then they don't give you the distance in the cart. So you have the technology. It's got GPS. Give me the screen. Come on.
They won't let me drive my goddamn cart on the tee box. They'll bring that governor or kill the engine, but they sure as fuck can't tell me how far I am from the pin when I'm maybe stuck in the rough.
Yeah,
they do that
terrible.
on purpose, those pricks. All right, so we've I guess we'll make it full circle. We usually do a couple different segments, and we'll do let's do rapid fire.
Let's go to rapid
Let's
fire.
do rapid fire.
Put on the hot seat.
This
And then we'll
scares
go
me.
hot seat, and then we'll come back to Denver Supper Club before we wrap up today's episode. So
All right, are you ready?
It's a little
Are you
this
ready?
or that. You ready?
I don't really know. I mean, rapid fire just scares the hell out of me, but go for it.
It is scary, and I'm not gonna lie, my physique, it's intimidating. So